Hey everybody, Jim Edwards here, and welcome to this month's training as part of the Funnel Scripts training webinar series. And for those of you keeping track at home, this is our 16th month together. We've been doing these, so that's pretty exciting actually. It doesn't seem that long. And so I just thought that was kind of neat for those of you keeping track at home, or maybe I'm the only one keeping track. So today, we're going to be going over some of the new Expert Secret Scripts and the Perfect Webinar Wizard. So, like I said before I did the countdown, I've been working on these for the last couple months. I've been putting a ton of time and energy and effort into them. And so these aren't all of them, but we have a number of them for you today. So we're going to go over the new Expert Secret Scripts in Funnel Scripts. I'm also going to show you the new Perfect Webinar Wizard version 2.0 that will be available in your accounts this week. I just sent all the files off to my programmer to be compiled, so they will definitely be in there for you before the end of the week. So if you're here live, it'll be by the end of the week. If you're watching the replay, it's maybe in there already. And then, of course, we'll have some time for live questions at the end. So the new scripts that we have so far, straight out of the Expert Secrets book, which, by the way, in the Q&A box, how many of you guys have your copy of Expert Secrets? Just curious. Hopefully all of you do, because this is, and if you don't have a copy of it, well, you're just plain wrong. And everybody's saying, yeah, freaking awesome book. I have the Kindle copy, have mine, have my copy. Good. So this is going to be important. You need to have a copy of Expert Secrets in order to get the most out of these scripts. So the ones that we're going to be demoing for you today is we are going to show you the who, what statement script, the opportunity switch headline script, the 5 curiosity hook script, and the Epiphany Bridge script. And like I said, there are lots more of them in development. These are the ones that we're releasing to you right now. And so you should be excited. So we're just going to start right now. I'm going to demo for you the who, what statement script. And so let's go there right now. And what I want you guys to notice is on the dashboard for Funnel Scripts now, there is a new section at the top that says Expert Secret Scripts, and we have them listed, and as we add them, we will be adding them to this section right here. What I want you guys to notice, though, real quick, is that these are not in alphabetical order. I have them listed in the order in which they appear in the book. I thought that was better to have them in sequential order and how they are used in sequence in the book, rather than you having to skip around and looking at them alphabetically. So that's just a little side note. So let's take a look at the who, what statement script so you guys can see that in action. One of the other things that we're doing is I'm putting the page numbers for as much stuff as I can from the book, so that you'll be able to go right to that section in the book and be able to read that part from Expert Secrets and know exactly what the context is, where this is, get the background information and that kind of stuff. So hopefully you think that's cool. I thought it was, so that's why I did it. So the who, what statement script is really what you're going to use to create the who, what statement for which submarket you're going to help. And you're going to do that using this new funnel script. So that's on page 69 in the Expert Secrets book. The bottom line is you're just going to fill out the form and you're going to whack the button, and this is going to help you to get laser focused with your who, what statement. Now, one of the other things that we're doing with these, with all of the funnel scripts, or excuse me, from the funnel scripts from Expert Secrets, is I'm doing my best to have 4 different examples: a software as a service, coaching program, info product, and a supplement or a physical product. Have those examples follow all the way through so that you can use them no matter pretty much what you're doing. I've found that's easier if you have an example in there. So for this example, we'll just look at the funnel hacker one. And this is really the one that Russell was using throughout the course of the book. So the neat thing with the example projects is literally you can just click this, and it'll load the example project in all the blanks below. So we'll run through this one real quick. Who are you going to teach? Plural. So I'm going to teach funnel hackers. And you can see we've got consistent examples underneath. What's the number one big, huge result they desire most in this area? Create a 7-figure funnel. So my audience really wants to blank, starts with a verb. What is one more big, huge result they desire most in this area? My audience really wants to blank, starts with a verb. So set up a money-making high-tech website. What's the number one big thing they're most afraid of in this area? My audience is really scared of blank. So a verb ending in ing is what you want to do here. So having to hire an expensive tech guy is the example. What's one more big thing they're most afraid of in this area? My audience is really scared of blank. Again, a verb ending in ing, being held hostage by your shopping cart. And what time frame can you get them results? You'll start seeing results in less than 30 minutes. So we whack the button. And again, for those of you who read the book, the purpose of the who, what, why statement, the who, what statement script is to get super focused on who you're going to be helping. And so this is going to give you several different ones that you can choose from just so you can get the most clarity. So I'm going to teach funnel hackers how to create a 7-figure funnel. I'm going to teach funnel hackers how to create a 7-figure funnel in less than 30 minutes. I'm going to teach funnel hackers how to set up money-making high-tech website. I'm going to teach funnel hackers how to set up a money-making high-tech website in less than 30 minutes. So this gives you a whole bunch of different ones that you can basically just choose the one that is the perfect who, what statement for you in your business. And it really helps you to brainstorm this very key step in the process. And again, this might seem overly simple to you, but it's not. This is one of the linchpin steps in the whole Expert Secrets process. So I wanted to make sure that you looked at this from every single angle so that you could find the angle that was just perfect for you. I'm going to teach funnel hackers how to create a 7-figure funnel and set up a money-making high-tech website in less than 30 minutes. So you can see we hit it from a bunch of different ways. And you can choose the one that makes the most sense for you. Again, refer to page 69 in the Expert Secrets book. All right, so in this video, what I'm going to do is just show you the opportunity switch headline / title script. And this is where you're going to create the headline for your opportunity switch using this new funnel script. So again, refer to pages 69 and 70 in the Expert Secrets book. Now, this one is all about, like I said, creating that headline that you're going to use to catch everybody's attention. So let's use the let's just use the same example throughout all of these example videos. So we click on funnel hackers, and so these are actually pretty much very similar as far as the questionnaire for all these first few scripts in this sequence. So my audience really wants to create a 7-figure funnel. My audience really wants to set up a money-making high-tech website. They're really scared of having to hire an expensive tech guy. My audience is really scared of being held hostage by your shopping cart, and you'll start seeing results in less than 30 minutes. So now what we're doing, again, is coming up with that headline, coming up with that title for the opportunity switch. So, and this can also be, by the way, this can also be the headline in many cases for your perfect webinar. So, how to create a 7-figure funnel without having to hire an expensive tech guy. And then what you'll also notice is we have some connector words here that you can spin. So how to instantly set up a money-making high-tech website so you can avoid being held hostage by your shopping cart. How to quickly set up a money-making high-tech website so you can prevent being held hostage by your shopping cart. So you can play around with these. There's a bunch of them in here. How to set up a money-making high-tech website and prevent having to hire an expensive tech guy. and that pretty much hits them at every single angle that you can imagine. How to instantly create a 7-figure funnel and set up a money-making high-tech website without having to hire an expensive tech guy. How to create a 7-figure funnel in less than 30 minutes without hiring an expensive tech guy or being held hostage by your shopping cart. I like that one. Let's add that to the clip bin. So we've got that one in there. So it pretty much hits, again, every angle that you could hit. And rather than just going with one, fill the thing out and have it create a whole bunch of them for you so that you can see them and either use them as is, or you can use them to brainstorm additional ones. So that is the opportunity switch headline and title script. Now, let's take a look at the 5 curiosity hooks script. And this is where you are basically going to make the promise of your new opportunity as sexy and intriguing as possible. And this is from page 70 to 73 in the Expert Secrets book. And this one is important because this is really where you're going to create that hook that's going to pull people in when you start putting together all the marketing, again, for your new opportunity, for your perfect webinar, for all that. And if you remember, there are 5 curiosity hooks. And so rather than just doing them one at a time, I set this up so that it will create all 5 hooks for you at once. And you can decide which one is the most compelling. So rather than having to decide on one, you can do them all 5 and then choose. So again, we've got our example projects. Let's use the funnel hacking example. And then it's asking you to just fill out the form. So this one's a little bit different in that the first thing it asks is, what's a secret term or topic your target audience may not know? My audience really doesn't understand the term or topic of funnel hacking. Now, I just want to point out to you the examples here. Okay, the important part for this one is a term or a topic that's going to be a surprise for them. So look at these from the other examples: funnel hacking, online house flipping, multimodal attention enhancement techniques, relationship regeneration, ketosis, Apple stem cell technology, etc. This is critical that you have some kind of funky term here that the average person in your target audience is not going to know, or it's at least going to generate curiosity. So what is their main area of focus in 2 to 3 words? So my audience's main focus here is in the area of online marketing. What's the number one big, huge result they want? And so these are similar to the other one. My audience really wants to create a 7-figure funnel. What's the number one obvious negative thing everybody knows here? So everyone knows that you won't make money if you're not selling online. So again, paying attention to the examples is really going to help you to shortcut this process here. So there you go. What's the number one typical solution everyone tries in this area? Struggling with a WordPress website. So even though everyone tells you struggling with a WordPress website is the solution here, it's not. You could also put in here setting up a WordPress website. In fact, we'll do it. It's okay. You can. I mean, there's no right or wrong. It just is what it is. I'm going to change this to setting up, just because I want to. Okay, so again, just paying attention to the examples. The real secret to success here is setting up a real marketing funnel. Again, a verb ending in ing. You should stop blank, but it's hard. What's something they know they should stop doing? You should stop trying to set everything up yourself, but it's hard. What action counteracts what they know they should stop doing? So it's not a huge deal it's not a huge deal trying to set everything up yourself as long as you're also automating the entire funnel process. So again, verb ending in ing. This one, again, if you follow the examples and you also read those 3 pages in the book, it's not like it's tough to do that. Then you'll understand what you're doing here. And it's pretty cool when you whack the button because now we've got our 5 different angles. Now, what I want to tell you is that this is not all of these are going to be perfect. I'm just going to tell you that right up front. A couple of them are going to be awesome. One of them is going to be good. And a couple of them are going to be in need of some massaging. But all you need is one of these. You don't need all 5 of them. Again, if you've read the book, you know this. Okay, so let's look at these real quick. So the first hook is the little known big differences. So there's this little known thing called funnel hacking. Hardly anybody's talking about it, but when you learn it and use it, you'll see a huge difference in your online marketing and how fast you can create a 7-figure funnel. That's a pretty good hook. Let's look at this next one. Everyone's talking about online marketing, right? We all know you won't make money if you're not selling online, but what almost no one understands about online marketing is the concept of funnel hacking. It's not setting up a WordPress website that helps you create a 7-figure funnel. It's setting up a real marketing funnel, and that can happen even if you are trying to set everything up yourself, as long as you're also automating the entire funnel process. So that was the well-known, little understood hook. This changes everything hook. Are you trying to create a 7-figure funnel but finding that setting up a WordPress website is just too much to handle? Do you start fresh every Monday, fail, then vow to start again with the same old online marketing strategies that don't work? You need to learn about a new way of setting up a real marketing funnel by actually automating the entire funnel process so you can quickly create a 7-figure funnel. This changes everything. So that one's pretty good. The fourth hook is the crystal ball theory. Are you tired of setting up a WordPress website but not seeing success with online marketing? Research is showing that setting up a WordPress website just isn't enough, and setting up a real marketing funnel is almost impossible for average people to do on their own. The online marketing solution of the future takes things to the next level because now you're automating the entire funnel process for setting up a real marketing funnel. That one's okay. Revisiting the fundamentals. Do you spend all your time setting up WordPress websites trying to create 7-figure funnels? Online marketing trends have really gotten out of control lately. It's time to go back to basics. To create a 7-figure funnel, you only have to focus on 2 things: automating the entire funnel process and setting up a real marketing funnel. Do that and you're good to go. So this again is, somebody's asking, how do you automate the entire funnel process? Surely there are parts that require manual input. This is just an example of using this to create the parts from the Expert Secrets book. This isn't about creating a funnel. This is showing you an example. Okay. So this isn't, this isn't part of what we're doing. It's a good thing that, and it's kind of like one of those things when you have somebody read your sales letter and they're like, hey, where can I get this? That's a great example that this creates good enough copy that somebody's like, hey, how do you do that? So that's pretty cool. So there are also some other examples here. Again, let me show you the ADHD one, which is kind of cool. This is totally different, but it's just a little thing. I guess it would help if you got to load it and then hit the button. Sorry. Duh. It's my own software. And I'm like, hey, how come it's not showing the new thing? Well, you got to hit the build button, Jim. So there's this little thing, there's a little known thing called multimodal attention enhancement techniques. Hardly anybody's talking about it. But when you learn about it, you'll see a huge difference in your child's ADHD problems and how fast you can naturally destroy your kid's ADHD. So this thing works for all different kinds of stuff. And when you find one that you like, you can just whack the little, you can do several things here. You can click the get results button. You can either download it or you can email it to yourself. All right. We can download it and we'll get all of the stuff. So it'll download all the everything, or you can email it to yourself. Or if you're like, you know what, I like this one the best, you can just click the shopping cart button. It'll add it to the clips. And then you can download all of them or some of your clips. Or what you can do, you can also save the project so you can come back to this later. You can load your old project or email yourself the project file. Keeping in mind, again, as we've said in the quick start video, the get results has, whether you're downloading or emailing, has to do with everything down here. And the project, the saving it, the loading it, and all that has to do with everything you've entered up here. So again, this is the 5 Curiosity Hooks script. Refer to the Expert Secrets book as to where this fits with your marketing yourself as an expert. But this is where you come up with the amazing curiosity hooks that are going to pull somebody into what you're offering. All right, so now I just want to talk to you real quick about the Epiphany Bridge script. We already have a whole bunch of training in here for you on this. The Epiphany Bridge script is basically, and I need to add the, Susan, if you could make a little note that I need to add the page numbers and stuff here. It's actually the whole chapter. And for those of you paying attention at home, the page numbers, the Epiphany Bridge starts on page 91 and is explained through page 102. And I have this damn thing. I'm going to show you guys real quick, just because you're here live. I just want to show you how raggedy dog-eared this thing is and what I have done to this book to be able to make these scripts and stuff for you. All the notes and the post-it notes and the marking it up and everything that's been going on. And my damaging admission here is that this has taken me longer to do than I thought it was gonna. I thought I could have all this done in a couple of months, and it's really gonna be about 4 months to get everything done. So it just is what it is. My goal is to make these really good and usable for you rather than just shoving something out and saying, hey, we did what we did. Okay, so there you go. So the Epiphany Bridge script is basically one of the linchpin things of the whole Expert Secrets process. If you have an awesome, in my opinion, if you have an awesome Epiphany Bridge story for whatever you're selling, you could be totally mediocre in everything else you do. And the Epiphany Bridge story is what's going to shove it over the edge for you. So I will make sure that we add the page numbers up here. But we have a quick start video for you here that I did. Plus we have an extended demo when you click here. This is where I sat down with my buddy Jeff Herring and I walked him through the entire script to help him with it in his business. So you can watch me actually walk somebody through it. So, but once you get this story, you can use it for sales copy, video, sales letters, webinars, speaking from the stage, basically anywhere you need to establish rapport. One of the things that I'm going to be working on too is this is pretty bulky. It takes a while to fill this out. And when we talk about the Perfect Webinar Wizard, again, for those of you who've read the Expert Secrets book, you know that in the Perfect Webinar, when Russell is teaching that, it's in about page 166, 169, he talks about sharing an Epiphany Bridge with each secret in your Perfect Webinar. We need a shorter version of it, in my opinion. So at some point this summer, I will make a version of this that is shorter than this for being able to share quicker Epiphany type stories. So just letting you know. And if I'm giving you guys too much information, just tell me and say, hey, Jim, shut up and just show us the script so we can get on with our life. I'm just trying to keep you guys in the loop of what I'm doing here. This has been a lot of work, and I'm just trying to make it so that it's super, super useful for you as opposed to just throwing crap out there. Okay, so this one will take you probably, I'm imagining this will probably take you at least 30 minutes to fill out. So I have 3 really good examples here. This is another case where I would highly suggest that before you fill this out for the first time, that you look at one of the example projects at a minimum. All right. So this is the example from the extended demo with my buddy Jeff. This is my version of Russell's Epiphany Bridge story from being a newly married student athlete. And then this is actually my story of being a desperate home seller with 2 houses to sell. So let's look at Russell's example. So we'll just load it right in there. And there are a bunch of different questions that ask you that I'm not going to go into every single one, but I'll hit the highlights. The big one is some of the big ones, your backstory identity. So I was a broke college student athlete. You want to put people in the mind of, hey, this person is either who I was or where I am now. So it's important that they can resonate with that. So I really wanted to make extra money from, I really wanted to make extra money from potato gun sales, so I could start a family. So again, just looking at what the part is and then looking at the prompt, like any of the other scripts that we've done. And I got to tell you guys, you know, some people might say, oh man, that seems kind of complicated. Well, it's a heck of a lot less complicated than just reading the book and trying to figure it out on your own and doing it from scratch. It's easy to answer questions. All right. At the time I was trying to make money online. I felt I needed to do this so I wouldn't have to drop out of school. So you just go through and fill the thing out. And we're actually going to look at the finished story that this thing kicks out. Now, one thing, this is a new feature that we have in the scripts, which is pretty cool, is we can now add paragraphs. And so that makes it neat that you can add more than just a line of text. So this one here is the conflict. Again, reading the examples in the book, reading the examples here, you'll be good. And so it's just going down through this and answering the questions. So we'll click the build button. But one thing I will tell you, when you have something this big, once you're done filling this thing out, or if you have to stop, make sure you save the project file. All right. And save it somewhere that you know you'll be able to get back to it. You know, this is just it's a text editor file, but Epiphany Bridge script project, my file, you know, and put the date in it or something. So that you know you have it. So if you need to come back and load it in, you're not losing it. Let's see. Actually, it's in downloads. So that's the other thing. You got to make sure you remember where you saved something. But here you go. That's the file. Open it. And there it is. So let's read this real quick, because I want you to see, once you filled this out, this makes some seriously powerful sales copy. So, and it's got it divided up again into the chunks that are part of the process that Russell teaches in the book. So the backstory: I was a broke college student athlete trying to make money online. I really wanted to make extra money from potato gun sales so I wouldn't have to drop out of school. I wanted to be able to support my wife so she wouldn't have to work and I could start a family. The thing is, I was making only a few dollars a day, and many days I actually lost money. That meant I wasn't able to support my wife so she wouldn't have to work, let alone start a family. To make things worse, I felt terrible because my wife was supporting me. I felt even worse about the situation because I was supposed to be the man in the relationship, but my wife was working 2 jobs while I was going to school, wrestling, and living out my dreams. I felt like a failure as a husband. The problem was that Google had changed their algorithms and increased their ad costs, which meant suddenly my little potato gun website was no longer making any money, so I had to turn it off, which killed my only source of income. Then, as if by chance, something amazing happened. That's when I met a friend who told me all about adding upsells to his products. It was now crystal clear to me how to make more money from every customer who came in, because I saw his website started working again in spite of Google's increased costs. I also learned that normal websites aren't enough anymore to make money online. You need to create an actual sales funnel instead. As a result, I found someone who was selling potato gun kits, and I partnered with them and started selling them as an upsell. After I did that, I started making money again. Suddenly, I was spending around $10 a day in ads and making $50 or $60 back. That's when I realized that the secret to making money online was creating sales funnels. So my plan was to start creating sales funnels in other markets that had better potential to make money make money than the potato gun market. So I started creating funnels and selling products in the weight loss market, but we didn't stop there. We then created and started selling supplements to people who suffered from diabetic neuropathy. After that, we created funnels in couponing, dating, and parenting markets and others. But there was still a problem. Each new funnel we created took between 6 to 8 weeks to create on average. We had a team of 8 full-time people, including designers, programmers, and copywriters, just to get one funnel live. We had to glue together about 13 different products just to create one funnel. On average, our cost to get one funnel live was about $30,000, or our cost to get one live were about $30,000. And then only about 1 out of 10 would actually recoup the money. It took a lot of time and money to find another winning funnel. We ended up getting so frustrated that we decided to create a platform that would make it really easy for us to create, to create sales funnels. We chose to call it ClickFunnels. We thought if we could create something that would make it possible to build in one day what used to take us 6 to 8 weeks, we'd be really happy. After 8 months of programming and every penny I ever made, we created ClickFunnels. I can now build in an hour by myself without any tech people what used to take me and my team of 8 guys 6 to 8 weeks, and these funnels run faster and converted way higher. We then started to let other entrepreneurs use ClickFunnels. As a result of this, we were able to achieve the following. Within just 2 years, over 30,000 people used ClickFunnels to power their entire businesses. In fact, in 2016, we had 70 people who made over $1 million in a single funnel. After creating ClickFunnels, I was not only able to let my wife become a full-time mom, I've also been able to stop spending so much time at work because we can now create things so quickly. And in the end, all of this means I'm now able to be with my kids and never miss any of the highlights of their lives. So we can add that entire script to the clip bin, or we can copy it, and so we can use that anywhere. Again, refer back to the book for Russell to explain more about it, but you can use it anywhere. You can use it on your webinar, use it wherever you need to do that kind of stuff. So I see some questions coming in. We'll answer those at the end. So now what I want to do is, let me ask you guys, is this cool? I mean, are you guys getting excited about this? Are these going to help you, especially the ones who've actually been through the book? Okay, good. Awesome. I'm seeing some yes, some hell yeses. Awesome. Way cool. Hyper cool. Fantastic. Absolutely incredible. Can't wait to use them. So useful. Yes. Awesome. All right. Catherine said, I'm so happy it's solving my biggest problem. Awesome. Oh, one thing I do want to show you guys also, these are already in your account. So you log into Funnel Scripts and they're there. As we add new ones, they'll automatically start showing up. So I told you that they would show up at the end of June, and guess what? It's the end of June, so they're showing up. So there you go. Just wanted to make that clear. You can definitely see them now. Okay, so now what I want to do is talk to you about the Perfect Webinar Wizard version 2.0. And somebody asked, does this replace the previous versions? There were no previous versions. So there you go. Okay, so let's talk about the Perfect Webinar Wizard version 2.0. Basically, what this is Russell spends, as far as, let me look at this real quick. We're talking about the Perfect Webinar Wizard, and really it starts with the breaking and rebuilding belief patterns, but it starts on page 178. He starts talking about the stack and all that stuff, but really half of the book is, it starts on page 150, and everything about the perfect webinar model goes all the way to page 232. So really, the second half of the book is all about the perfect webinar. This is a huge part of being successful with Expert Secrets, being successful as an expert. This is how you sell people into your world, is using your perfect webinar. So I had to rebuild this thing from scratch. It took me over a month to do this. And so this is way beyond the original Perfect Webinar Wizard. This is the most complicated wizard I've ever made. So I throw that out there, but it's also the coolest because this will walk you through the entire that entire section of the book step by step by step by step. All you have to do is just answer the questions and it all kicks out. So I'm not going to belabor this because I need to create an instructional video specifically for this one, but I'll give you the highlight. This one is obviously downloadable, as you know. It will be available once we get it uploaded. It'll be available off the Perfect Webinar Wizard download. We'll have it on this page. It is not there right now. I will send an email when it is available. It will be this week. For those of you who have the original Perfect Webinar Wizard and you have files you made with that, what we're going to do is put the download for the old version down here at the bottom so you won't have to lose that work, but the new ones will be on this page. Okay, so just everybody take a chill pill. The Q&A box is lighting up with people who are freaking out. Don't freak out. Okay, so I'm just going to run you through this real quick. You basically, and cool, it tells you, make sure you have your copy of the Expert Secrets book handy. If you don't have a copy of Expert Secrets, you can click that link and it will take you over where you can get a copy of it for shipping and handling. So it's just going to put in some basic information about your name, the title of your webinar, which again, one of the scripts that we just made, the Opportunity Switch title, going to be damn close to what you're going to want to do with that, if not just straight up. Your target audience information, then the information about your new opportunity, in this case, sales funnels. And what I'll do is I'll have at least one example. I'll have this example for you to be able to download and load into the software as well. When we give it to you this week, I'll have at least one example for you. What's the vehicle? Again, in this case, it's ClickFunnels. And what you'll notice also as we're going through here, I want you to notice this as well. Everywhere possible, I have put in page numbers in Expert Secrets so that you can refer to, so when it starts talking about the new opportunity, you can say, okay, let me go look at pages 48 to 61 or 160 to 161, where it talks about the new opportunity, where it talks about the vehicle. So now it'll ask you to qualify yourself. So this is your background slide. This is where you'd put in a few bullets about yourself. So Russell, not a technical person, loved to sell online, almost went banked up 3 times, figured out how to really make money online. This one is important. I want to point this one out. A couple things that we've done here. Number one, the Epiphany Bridge story, the main Epiphany Bridge story at the beginning of of your Perfect Webinar is like the one that I showed you guys on the Epiphany Bridge script in Funnel Scripts. This is where you're going to tell your big Epiphany Bridge story that has to do with the big domino. All right. And I even have a link to it here in the software so that you can literally just go right here from the software. You'll be able to click on it. It'll open up the right script for you here in Funnel Scripts. What I want to tell you on this particular one, though, is do not copy and paste your giant Epiphany Bridge story into that blank. You can if you want, but that's not the point. All right, let me say that again. So you filled this thing out and you did your Epiphany Bridge and you've got this whole thing and you've got your Epiphany Bridge story that I just read to you. Do not paste that in here. What you need to do is just put in some bullets related to the story. When you're doing your webinar, what I do is I'll have this, anytime I have anything like this, I'll have this printed out in my hand with the slides, okay? But it's not in the actual, it's not here in the actual wizard because this is what's going to show up on your slides itself. Have bullet points that coincide with the actual, with the actual story, okay? Because you're not going to put this big ass story on a slide and have like 5-point type. you're going to tell each chunk. So maybe you have a bullet that coincides with the backstory, then with your desires and the external struggle, the internal struggle, the wall, the epiphany. So you can do a little bullet for each one of those, and then as you're scrolling through your slides, it'll kick right out for you. So I just want to point that out. All right. So next is, how does your epiphany bridge story apply to them? And again, paying attention to those page numbers. So it walks you through all this stuff. It'll walk you through, this is important. This is a new or a more clear way to be able to explain your secrets and do everything the way that Russell teaches it when you're doing your secrets in the reframe and all that. It's much clearer now in the Expert Secrets book than it was before. So this walks you through it. So what's the title of the first secret? In this case, the secret that is related to the vehicle. Then what's their existing limiting belief about the vehicle? How are you going to break or reframe that? So the truth is blank. What's the epiphany bridge story that and points that you'll cover on this first secret? So this is the one that I was talking about in another video when we talked about the epiphany bridge. Filling out the epiphany bridge script for each one of these secrets is absolutely fine if you want to do that. I'm not telling you not to do that. But what I'm telling you is it might be a little long. Now, Russell does kind of summarize in the book some stuff about the epiphany bridge story. And he shows examples that are actually really short. It's like one paragraph. So what my intention is, at some point in the not too distant future, I will have a short epiphany bridge script that you can use. But in the meantime, just follow what he tells you in the book and come up with a short one paragraph, 2-paragraph one on your own, or you can use this if you want. All right. So there you go. All right. So, and then it'll ask you for proof, and then what other limiting beliefs do they have that you need to address for this vehicle. So I don't understand how the vehicle in this case, marketing funnels, will work in my market, will work if I sell physical products, work if I sell high-end coaching, work in the B2B market. And then you do the same thing with the secret number 2, which involves internal beliefs. You do the same thing for secret number 3, which involves external beliefs. It walks you through the entire process. And then the rest of this is all around your, what your offer is going to be. So what's the title of what you're selling, the big thing what you're selling, what is it? So, what's the name? And then it starts breaking it down. So again, how Russell teaches it in Expert Secrets, I have made it with that. Okay. I have followed that as exactly as I can. So he tells you to do a master class. If you're doing something else, you can do something else. You don't have to do the master class, but this is built around following the book verbatim. Okay. So this is all the deliverables for the master class, the excuses why people can and can't do it. Then deliverable number 2, which is tools, which your tools can be one tool. It can be multiple tools. It doesn't matter. In this case, the example is a 6 months enterprise account for ClickFunnels. Then it gets into the tangibles. Again, if you just read through, it'll tell you on page 147 in the book what's tangible number 1 is related to the vehicle, and then all the beliefs about that. The tangible deliverable related to their internal struggle, the deliverable related to their external struggle, total value, regular price, price drop reason, special price. And then this again helps you with your closes. These are the if all statements. If all statement related to the vehicle, related to the internal belief, related to the external belief. Your bonus to create urgency and scarcity. And then all the information about that, why they wouldn't get started, what's it worth, how fast can they expect to see results, and what special URLs should they go to. Now, I will tell you that when I went through and filled this thing out, when I was using it to create the examples and then to do another one for myself, it took me an hour to do this. It's going to take you a little bit of time. But I want you to think about something before you start bitching about it taking an hour. Not all of you will, but I'm just saying before you start to, it could take an hour to fill out. If you read the book and you tried to do it without using this wizard, it would take you weeks. I have had people tell me with the old Perfect Webinar Wizard that without it, when they were trying to do stuff before, it took them at least a week to do it without the wizard. So an hour with a nice cup of coffee, a little bit of classical music going, and you just bust a move on the thing. And Marie says an hour to script a webinar. That sounds like a miracle, not a problem. Okay, that's good. So basically, I'm going to just show you what this thing spits out. All right, so it'll show you your input data. It'll show you your, it'll give you an outline. It'll give you an opt-in video script. It'll give you your opt-in page sales copy. It'll give you your webinar closes. It'll give you promo ads, and it'll give you email teasers. It also will kick them out in text. It'll do the ads and email teasers only in text. It'll give you all of this output as well in a Word document, and it creates all of your presentation slides as well. Let me show you how the slides turned out because it's actually pretty cool. They are done purposely vanilla so that you can apply any style you want to them. Okay. So how to set up a 7-figure funnel in 30 minutes without being held hostage by a tech guy. Here's the welcome and introduction. If you've failed at sales funnels in the past, it's not your fault. If you've been concerned in the past you can't succeed with sales funnels, put those fears to rest. Big corporations want you to think you can't increase sales or set up profitable marketing funnels without them, but it's not true. If you've ever thought the big corporations want you to fail, you're probably right. So we're here to show you how to set up a sales funnel in 30 minutes during this webinar. My goal from this web class, I want to help the people who want to increase sales and the people who want to set up profitable marketing funnels without getting bogged down in all the technical stuff or being held hostage by a tech guy. The only way for you to increase sales and set up profitable marketing funnels is through sales funnels, and the only way to do that is through ClickFunnels. So, I mean, if you've read the book, you're seeing this is the classic, this is the perfect webinar done perfectly. Who is Russell Brunson? Not a technical person. Loved to sell online. Almost went bankrupt 3 times. Figured out how to really make money online. This is the backstory. This is the Epiphany Bridge story. Broke student athlete, selling potato guns. Google raised rates. I figured out funnels. Took huge amounts of time. Created funnel scripts. Living my dream now. How does this apply to you? Works no matter what you sell. Makes it possible to sell what others can't. Anyone can do this. Results are proof. So this is where you would stick in case studies and stuff. So not only has this worked for me, but here's a story about Trey, who was on the same webinar recently, and look at the transformation he had in just 6 short months. So what we'll cover: secret number 1, how to ethically steal over $1 million worth of funnel hacks from your competitors for under $100. Secret number 2, how to then clone their proven funnel inside of ClickFunnels in less than 10 minutes. Secret number 3, how to get the exact same customers who are going to your competitors' funnels to start coming to your funnel instead. So secret number 1, how to ethically steal. Some people think, some entrepreneurs think, might think I don't understand how sales funnels will work for me. Let me tell you a quick story. So I realized it would work for anything. I started setting up funnels left and right, sold in many markets. I'm not the only one. Look at these people. So these are bullet points that Russell would cover. So it shows some case studies, some stats, screenshots. You might also be thinking, I don't understand how sales funnels will work in my market. Would work if I sell physical products, work if I sell high-end up coaching, work in the B2B market. So this is where you acknowledge those false beliefs and then you break them and reframe them. The truth is the sales funnel process works to sell anything. So it goes, again, just same thing for the second secret, same thing for the third secret. Walks everybody through it. Let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying the webinar so far? This is what we covered. Who wants to take things to the next level? Introducing the $1 Million Funnel Blueprint package of software and tools. $1 Million Funnel Blueprint is all about helping you increase sales, set up profitable marketing funnels in just 30 minutes without getting bogged down in all the technical stuff or being held hostage by a tech guy. This is where all the stack stuff gets done automatically for you. So here's what you get. You get the 6-week Funnel Hacks Masterclass. So proof. So everything's in the right spot. Everything, when you're looking through that book and he's doing slide by slide by slide by slide, here are your slides. Here are your own ideas and stuff in here. All you have to do is just put the stuff on the slides and all of your own thoughts are right here. So this works for authors who want to sell more books, e-commerce sellers who want to sell more products, newsletter publishers who want more subscribers, software publishers who want more customers. The number one reason why people don't get started, you might be thinking you can't get started now because you don't have a product. Good news, you can start with affiliate products and instantly be able to sell anything. Plus, we'll show you how to make a product in just a couple hours. So here's what you're going to get. The 6-week Funnel Hacks Masterclass, $997 value, total value, $997. You also get these tools. You're going to get the ClickFunnels 6 months enterprise account. Again, you might have more of them listed here. So with these tools, you'll be able to create funnels instantly, clone funnels, do in 30 minutes what used to take a week. With these tools, you can get rid of your autoresponder, your shopping cart, your tech guy. Problem solved. I didn't know how to make a funnel without a huge team of people. So I had to create a way to make funnels right in my web browser. That's exactly what ClickFunnels does for you. So it's also going to save you time and money. You don't have to hire a tech guy. You don't have to wait on other people. You don't have to pay for a bunch of other things. So you might be thinking, I can't use these tools because I'm not a technical person. That's not a problem, because if you can type, click a mouse, and drag stuff around the screen, you can make $1 million funnels. So again, you're going to get the ClickFunnels 6 months enterprise account. Again, if you're given them multiple tools, they'll all be listed here. So you're going to get 6-week Funnel Hacks Masterclass. You're going to get the ClickFunnels 6 months enterprise account. The one thing you might have to fix here is if you've got a bunch of stuff listed as the tools, it's going to list all the tools here. So you're just going to have to kind of come up with a name for it, like, the Killer Tools Master Pack or something like that. You also get $1 million funnel clones. So, I mean, everything's done. Everything is here, and it creates it for you and creates your stack. It's got all the if all it did was, now obviously I'm not going to charge you 20 grand, but if I did charge you 20 grand and all it did was show you exactly how to set up a sales funnel in 30 minutes, would it be worth it to you? If all it did was help you get your funnel set up without being held hostage by a tech guy, would it be worth 20 grand? If all it did was show you how to get it all done yourself, even if you're not technical, would it be worth 20 grand? If all it did was help you drive a ton of traffic and make more sales, would it be worth 20 grand? Well, I had two choices. I could make it cheap or I could make it valuable. So what would it be worth to you? If you were able to increase sales, what would it be worth to you? How about if you could set up a profitable marketing funnel? What would that be worth to you? So $1 million funnel blueprint, $20,000 value, $4,000 regular price. I'm going to give you a special discount today because you're here with me live on this webinar. You can put in whatever reason you want. It'll automatically put it in. You're not going to pay 20. You're not going to pay 4. Special price, $19.97. You've got two choices. Got the guarantee, the real question. If it wasn't amazing enough already, here's your bonus. So it's got all your bonus information. It does the stack. It does your question slide, the one where you just stay on the screen while you're answering questions and defeating objections. And then it's got the call to action slide. And then it's got all the closes as well. So all 16 closes that Russell teaches you in the book, here are the slides for them. And the cool thing that the software will do is it will actually create all those custom closes for you as well. Which is pretty cool. So you can decide which ones you want to use. They're all here. So they're all right there, and they're all customized for you with your stuff. So, like this one, I've been in this business a long time. I found there are only two kinds of people: those who are good at sales funnels and those who are good at making excuses. You can't be both. If you're the one making excuses, I hate to say it, but I think you're going to have a real hard time increasing sales and setting up profitable marketing funnels. The good news is that you get to choose. In this moment, you get to choose which type of person you're going to be. Don't be someone who makes excuses. Be someone who actually knows how to set up a sales funnel in 30 minutes. So everything is customized for you. This right here, I'm just going to tell you right now, having access to this software is worth the entire yearly fee to Funnel Scripts. This is freaking amazing. All right. So there you go. So again, this is not in Funnel Scripts right now. All right. See where it says a little version 2? It's not in there right now. My programmer has it right now. They're compiling it. They're doing all the stuff that they need to do for us to be able to upload it, for you to be able to get it. And it will be there later this week. I promise you. Okay. Mike says, hell, it's worth 3 times more. So there you go. Sorry to keep coughing in your ear. So I'm super excited about this. I will just tell you, kind of like the I don't know what, but the person who has to tell you, I slaved over this nonstop for a month to make this thing work. and I'm super proud of it, and I want you to be excited about it as well. But I mean, it even writes your damn ads for you. It writes your ads. It does your email teasers. It's got all the closes. It's got your opt-in copy. I mean, look at this. Here's your opt-in video script. Imagine making a little video to promote your this for your video script. All right. And you can output it in Word. But here, just imagine reading this off. You know, do you want to increase sales? Are you tired of getting bogged down in all the technical stuff? Hey, my name is Russell Brunson. I've got a free webinar for you on sales funnels titled How to Set Up a 7-Figure Funnel in 30 Minutes Without Being Held Hostage by a Tech Guy. It's going to show you how to set up a sales funnel in just 30 minutes. So if you want to increase sales and set up profitable marketing funnels without getting bogged down in all the technical stuff or being held hostage by a tech guy, then you need to attend this breakthrough webinar event. Just fill out the form on the side of the page and be registered instantly. We only have a very limited number of seats for the webinar, and these events always fill up fast. So don't get left behind. Register now. I'll see you on the webinar. So it's actually got 2 different versions. They start with different question hooks. You know, do you want to set up a profitable marketing funnels? Are you tired of being held hostage by your tech guy? And then the rest of it's pretty much the same. So it does that for you. I mean, this thing is freaking amazing. I just want you all to know that. So it'll be available for you. So we're coming up on our time. So let me look at the questions that came in. Again, let me just reiterate because this will cut off a bunch of the questions. These scripts that I demoed for you are available in Funnel Scripts right now. They're under the Expert Secret Scripts new tab that we just put in there at the top. I put them at the top because, well, they're new and everybody wants to play with the new thing. If you go look at the dashboard, you'll see that they're at the top of the dashboard as well. Let me zoom back out so that thing's not shoved up on there, but they're on the top of the dashboard as well. As we add new ones, I will let you know, and we will, we'll list them in here. So let's look real quick. I'm just, there's a ton of comments I'm going through. Somebody said, I purchased this a few months back. I bought it because it made great sense hypothetically. However, I don't know where to start, how do I receive an onboard? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what you need to do is there's 2 things you need to do. All right. You need to come to the dashboard and you need to click here for more Funnel Scripts training. And you need to watch the quick start video. All right. And then you need to review past Funnel Scripts training, and you need to look at the extended script demos. The number 1 thing you need to do is watch the quick start video. And then also on the dashboard, you'll see over here on the right-hand side, you'll see something called Funnel Scripts Blueprints. All right. Click on that, and it's going to show you the main types of funnels that most people need to make. And then it will show you the scripts that go with which part of the funnel. So every funnel needs a headline. So you can literally click on where it says headline script, and it'll take you to the headline script where you can make a headline. What Funnel Scripts can't do is decide for you what kind of funnel you need to make. That's not the job of Funnel Scripts. But what Funnel Scripts can do and will do is help you make the sales copy and the other things that you need for the particular parts of your funnel that you would make in ClickFunnels. And then you can copy and paste the content and the sales copy that it makes over into ClickFunnels. So hopefully I hope that answers your question. Let's see real quick. Tracy says, this is awesome. I was struggling with messaging for my LinkedIn campaign. Thank you for doing this. So much needed inspiration. Awesome. Everybody's saying it's unbelievable. They're excited. Showed that one. Are these scripts for funnel and or ads to drive traffic? You need to go review the dashboard. We've got all kinds of stuff for all kinds of funnels for different stuff. Take a look down the left. We got 4 different advertising ones. We got curiosity ads, Facebook ads, PPC ads, stealth close ads. Those are good. Yeah, we will have a replay later. Let's see. I'm just trying to go through these real quick, not to hold you guys up. Everybody's excited. I'm not seeing a whole lot of questions. If I missed your question, type it in again so we don't, so I didn't miss it. Somebody asked, mine doesn't say version 2.0 because it's not uploaded yet. I'll let you know. Somebody asked, why is this made as a downloadable? This is made as a downloadable because it's just too many moving parts in order to do it as an onloadable. I mean, an online script and all the output and stuff that it does. So I make the decision which one should be downloadable and which one should be an online script. Walter says, putting page numbers is genius. Can't make it any easier other than having to show up and write everything for us. Awesome. If you want graphics, pictures on your slides for the perfect webinar, how do you incorporate them into the webinar? This is just a regular PowerPoint deck. You can edit it any way you want. All right. So if you want to apply a style to it, if you want to put your pictures into it, you can do whatever you want. So the way you do it is the way you would with any webinar, anything you want. All right. What script can I use to create a case study video that goes to an application to work with me, like his example in .com secrets? The one that I would start with would be I'd go to the who, what, why, how script would be the first one that I would start with that. So that would be the beginning one for me. And then, especially if you're trying to get somebody to do something for free, you can look at the lead capture script as well, but I would start with the who, what, why, how script for that. Will you be creating a Keynote version of the Perfect Webinar Wizard in the future? No, because, PPTX files that this thing kicks out work with Keynote. So it creates the slides and the script to go with each slide. If so, where do we find the script for each slide? It creates the slides that follow the Perfect Webinar Wizard, that follow the Perfect Webinar thing that Russell teaches you. You can also get your outline right here by doing the Perfect Webinar outline, and then it'll give it to you basically by slide, whereas this the welcome and introduction, I mean, it's basically slide by slide. So there you go. So if you want the outline, you would simply do the Perfect Webinar outline. And if you want to see what you input, so if you want to just see a slide or see all the stuff that you put in all in one spot, you can look at the input data. It'll tell you the number of question, and that should say 78, so I'll have to get that fixed. But it will just go through and, it'll say what was the question, gives you the explanation and whatnot, and then your input, it shows what you put in. So there you go. So you can see your input and you can see the other stuff. Lamont says, it feels like Christmas. See the gifts under the tree, but can't open the present yet. Oh, please. You got 4 of them to keep you busy until the Perfect Webinar is available for download. Okay, so everybody's excited. Let's see. Do we need to pay extra to use this? No, it's part of your subscription. It's because we're awesome and we want you to have all the tools that you need in order to be able to use this and to get massive value from. Enjoy the stuff. Let me know how you do. And I'm sure you'll be able to get some great results. So I will see you guys soon. Have a great day. And we'll have the replay up soon. Bye-bye, everybody.